What's up and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Dungeon Master.
Previously on The Outsiders.
I'm going to go sit next to him.
You're going to put a blanket over him and then him go, I can't believe old Ben's dead.
No.
We had to put old Yeller down.
I'm second string.
We're all second string until we choose to step up and become the first string. That's what life teaches you, kid.
And as you're saying that, he's on the stairs and just walks down.
No one's going to stop you. That suit will be in this tower waiting for you if you choose to take it.
Look over the city from the front window. It's ruined. There is no city here. It is absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know that as such until I scan him and go, oh,
Oh,
yes.
then in your character's going to hear flatlined.
Yeah.
Detecting nothing.
How is he?
It says he's dead, but isn't he already dead?
He's a ghost. I mean, why even scan? Like,
Automatic reaction.
So you're above this storm drain. The storm drain is open down a dusty alleyway that looks unused, but very clearly there is something here. What are we doing? One of you has been knocked unconscious and feeling a bit worse for wear.
I'm going to try wake him up. How do I
How?
succeed?
Which end are you grabbing?
You'll never know. He's put the flower on his knee.
Dirty.
I'm waiting here.
I'm hoping that's his finger.
Surely, if my drone can scan him, I'll be able to see like a faint outline of where his head is and where his feet
No,
are.
he can't be picked up by cameras or anything.
So I've picked him up any which way.
You
the
kind of
upside
just
down.
grabbed him and
Sort of
hoped
just
that it
scooped
was.
me.
Yeah.
Right.
But by touching, you'd know where things are.
I'm gonna lightly touch and see where I can feel for his shoulders.
Okay. Give
I
me
imagine
a D20.
Joke's on you, I'm already awake. I'm just not saying anything.
Give me a D20. So, hold on. 20's going to be his head. 1's going to be his feet. This is where you first grab him.
I can't wait to see this.
Solid 10.
Nat 20.
And that's 20. He got his head. Got his face.
My hat. She got my hat. Wherever you
It could have gone horribly beautiful.
Yeah,
With a natural 20, it should be pick up wherever she chooses.
Yeah. So I want to try and poke his face, and just see if I can wake him up. Anything like that. Shake his shoulders.
pull my moustache.
I don't know. You have a mustache.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, you have seen that. I have shown my full face.
He's shown his face
Oh,
once.
right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
in the big top.
I'm
What?
not pulling your mustache though, but I'll try and wake him up.
It's a shame.
So, right now, this is plot. So, it's whether you want to be woken up or not, or whether you want to be carried around and... or be left here and they move on without you.
Oh, it's up to me. Can I be mothered a little bit, can I?
If you want to, yeah.
I think you forget about the people that you're talking
That's very true.
For a hero point, I will put a pram in this alleyway.
I've got 2 hero points, so I'm thinking about it.
A pram that would magically fit folded down this sewer.
Can it be like one of those Playmobil ones?
Does it have a dummy as well?
Yeah. With
It's
a bonnet.
no pacifier.
Can we have a bonnet?
A bonnet. I'll allow a bonnet
What?
for a
You
hero
won't give
point.
a dummy?
No, because you can't shove anything in his mouth.
Why not?
Oh, it's weird.
No. But
I'll allow it.
I know where his head is.
A bib and a bonnet.
A bib.
while she's checking over, can I just be standing
Mocking me,
above,
aren't you?
and I'll just pull out a hip flask and just... Is he dead properly?
Have I just woken up, have I?
If you want to wake up, you can wake up. You can let them carry you around, leave you here.
I'm willing to leave him here, and we'll get him on the way back.
I don't know. So far, he's not doing anything.
Hold on. I look at my hip flask just for 1 second.
Do I have smelling salts and stuff on me?
Probably not, but
But
for a
I've got-
hero point, I will allow you to change the scene so you can have either smelling salts or something very similar.
I kind of.
I've got 2 hero points, so yes, I'll use one. I want smelling salts or something.
Yeah.
Even cheesy feet.
You could have hero pointed that.
Yeah.
He wanted to hero point a papoose.
And we could have proposed him.
You could
Yeah,
have papoosed
I
me.
want
I wouldn't
that
have
so I
it,
can
Yeah, then you've got
smelling salts. Right, I want to do the smelling salts underneath his nose.
He can't smell, can he?
Yeah,
I don't breathe.
shove him in your mouth.
Well worth the hero point, then.
I give the simulation of breathing to make everyone else easy. But
Yeah, he kind of just moves his chest around like vampires do. Because they don't
I
they
don't
need to
breathe.
Superman does the same thing.
so you would have wafted them under me, and it just wouldn't have.
It,
Am I
how did the electric get through
conscious?
you then?
Am I aware of what's going on,
Grayson, can I
or have
like?
I just been prodded in the face after previously being zapped in a fucking sewer? So at the minute,
So
because
I
haven't.
will say, because it would probably develop your character more, that this is the first time you've been unconscious. Like blacked out unconscious.
You touched my face, didn't you?
Oh fuck!
Death touch.
Yeah, you would go
You touched
down
my
that.
skin.
She does have gloves on.
I
Do
do
you?
it, Yeah,
Oh,
I am wearing gloves.
okay, you're fine.
She's
Don't
got
worry.
superhero gloves.
Don't worry. Sorry, what were you saying again? This is the first time.
So this is probably the first time that your character has gone unconscious in 500 years. Electricity is not something you are well versed in.
Yeah,
Probably
I've
not been
already
around a
fucked
lot.
around with, yeah.
I imagine you're more of a candelabra man.
Fireplace. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than electricity. And you know of electricity. You just obviously didn't know this would be an effect. So I would say to allow your character to grow and feel more finite and have more of an probably human feeling, that you felt unconscious, not just unable to move.
So I am literally unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can also, when you feel is right, that's when you can come out of it, because
Yeah, I don't
this
think
is
I'd wake up
storytelling and plot,
immediately.
not fighting.
So-
There are no consequences here.
So right now you're not waking up.
No, I am genuinely unconscious.
Okay, cool. What do you want to do? Do you want to leave him here, or shall we hang him on Fleur and she can fly him around?
Where's his face?
There. You tipping that on him? He can't drown.
I
He's
just pour a bit
dead.
to see if it actually can come in, tap onto him.
I've already tried smelling salts. They don't work.
I'll do a highs and lows on
It's
waking
not
up
about
from
that.
being having whiskey poured on my face.
But can you feel a wet?
No, but he would feel contact.
I'd feel it hitting me. Yeah. Wet. Yeah, I know. I can feel wet.
Can you?
I'm sure I can. Yes. Highs. That's lows. I'm still unconscious, I'm afraid.
Cool. Hang him or
Hang him.
It won't do anything.
Crucifixion?
I meant hang him on Fleur so she can fly him around
Yeah.
like a
Uh,
hooked on by his back of his jacket on Fleur, and you could
Still
just
invisible.
swing like this. Yeah, but I know where your head is.
yeah. I'm not bothered.
Yeah, because then at least when he finally wakes up,
Every
he'll
now
be
and
with
again,
us.
I'll roll to see if I wake up.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Perfect sense.
I'll hang him on Fleur because he's light, so she can carry him.
Yeah, and she
Needed that
drone
papoose.
doesn't
Yeah.
have propellers or anything, so
Yeah, perfect. I'll just hang him around.
Whilst you're doing that, Dick, can you tell me what we're walking into down there? Is there schematics on what's used to be down there at least?
I've checked. We've got nothing on city plans.
But
Whatever you're walking into, we don't know.
Dick would have seen what Fleur would have saw so far down there when she was scanning.
No, only you get access to that. You can share that data, but you will have to do that manually
Okay, well, I'll send that
from
across to the
your
Queen.
from your relay to the Queen, and then the Queen can send it out.
Yeah.
And it's got to upload to the cloud and that.
It's a plot amount of time. It's instant. Everything in this game's a fucking plot.
There you go.
Oh lord.
I've sent that through to Dick then.
Um,
As far as she got in, she would have been scanning
So
because she was looking for him.
she would have got all the way after you shut down the electrical grid. And there is a door at the end, and it's an old, like, bunker door. It's not huge. It's a bit bigger than a normal door, but it is metal, big kind of submarine turny bit in the middle to open it, dealing with water, being a sewer. And that's all the information that he's got.
Okay. Well,
There are no plans to this place, so this is whatever is down here beyond that door should not be there.
I'll jump down and tell Fleur to bring Humphrey.
He's going to do a superhero landing. I will definitely do a superhero landing. I was waiting for you to be like, roll for one.
You don't need to roll for a superhero landing. Those type of things are your normal everyday today actions. Being superheroes, you know how to drop 10 feet without taking your knees out.
Oh, my knees would be ruined. You know my knees. They're done. I'm like... Right, so be careful. We've turned off the power to this place. If there's somebody here, they're going to know.
Well, then we have to be stealthy. One of us is already invisible.
And I have great stealth.
He's currently sitting on a coat hanger.
Literally, like,
I'm lowered.
pictured him like
The fact that I've been lowered down the sewer.
like the mailman from Beetlejuice.
It's fine.
yeah, literally just.
Literally, if somebody sees that, that's what they see.
They're just going to
They won't
see
see
a
anything.
drone.
They'll just see the drone.
No, but that's what I mean. If they could see you...
What have you done with me flower?
It's still
It's still
attached
there.
to you.
Oh, so they'll see a floating flower.
Yeah.
It's kind of the only way they're tracking you right now.
Yeah, if the flower's gone, he's awake.
That's a good point. You got a tracker?
Yeah, the drone.
No, I mean, you're a tech person. Have you got a tracker that we can put on this bugger lug?
No.
Don't you track me.
Like, have you not got an
Son of a
Apple
bitch.
tag or something?
No! My drones are my trackers.
You're going to chip him like
And
a
one
dog.
one of them is fried
While I'm
to fuck.
unconscious.
Well, when he's running off and getting himself into trouble like this. No, it's fine.
Hot-headed Humphrey.
Yeah, fast fingers, hot head, Spriggot.
The only thing I could do is put the fried one on him, but I don't know whether I can even track that because it's fucked.
Cool. Okay.
He's currently with Fleur, who is a tracker, who I have got that tracked.
What other tech have you got? Out of curiosity.
My wings and my shooters.
Carry around basic med supplies.
Says the
Yeah.
guy who has knives.
I don't have the
You've
shtick.
got enough tech. Alright, guy with a hat and a coat. Sorry I'm not techie enough for you.
Should have left the electricity on.
I literally created all of these things. Do you know
And I
how
walk
difficult it was to put these inside your arms?
Rumblebee has all that stuff.
She could have taken the stuff.
I did.
What, from the...
That's the tech that I used originally.
It's his tech.
Yeah, but his old tech.
Yeah, that I fucked around with.
If only one of them dropped a belt that you could have picked up.
Yeah.
Right,
Why
there
are you looking
you
at me?
Because
He
you
dropped
collect
it.
things!
I was caught up in the moment of having a chat. Okay?
You could spend a hero
Ooh, piece of
point.
candy.
Could spend a hero point. But no.
What do you want me to pick up?
The belt that
Oh, it's way
Bumblebee
too far
dropped.
gone. That's
No,
like
I'm not, I can't
3
retcon
episodes
that.
ago.
It's
a
with
retcon
Dick.
now.
It's actually with Dick because Dick's still there.
Yeah,
Dick's
it's still
still
there. Do you want to fly back? And it's another few hours, and I might wake up by then.
I'm just gonna... We're going down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go down the tunnel. You get to the end.
I'll turn on my flashlight.
Um,
Flashlight.
The floor is muddy, but it's dry. Water hasn't run down here for a while. Behind you, the tunnel goes further on and splits and everything, but it's like parts of it are caved in, and some parts of it are just lost to
Plus, none of that was trapped.
yeah, absolutely.
Structured damage.
Yeah, structural damage and roots and stuff that have grown in the area have just pushed through. There is no getting down that way, and definitely not any that look like someone would want to be down there, because they'd have to go through the rigmarole of going through all that fucking rubble and roots and fucking dirt and everything else to get to the other side. You get to the door. It is a sort of semi-rusty door that used to be green. Some of the paint is still there; it's flaking, but and in the middle of it is a huge wheel to open the door.
As we went there, down the tunnel,
And you did shut the electricity off as well.
that's what I was about to ask. But also, did we see the mechanism for the trap of the electricity?
You didn't look, to be fair, but you can have a look if you
I
want.
was going to look as I
Yeah.
went down the tunnel.
So
basically.
give me an investigation check to see if you can find. Are you just looking for the source of where the electricity
Yeah.
comes out of? Or
Basically, I don't want us to turn on the electricity again and get stuck.
yeah,
16.
a 16. So you can, having a closer look at the walls, you can see what look like tiny little metal tubes buried into the wall, and then the wall replaced in those areas. The bricks look, the cement between the bricks looks kind of fresher compared to the rest of them. But there is no actual mechanism. These things are hard buried into the walls.
Okay.
Conducting rods.
Pretty much, they're essentially arc
Are they the
rods,
things
so
that
they
were...
shoot out electricity from one point to another. That it make a net as it does so.
And that's what...
Yeah.
him.
So you can walk through it until they're turned on, and then it is an electric net.
Did we open the door?
I'm going to now.
Wait, I want to listen
Okay.
to the door, because of course, if this did have water through it, and that's a twisty-turny door, where that could be keeping water out, if we open that, that could flood us. So I want to listen to see if
Yeah.
there's...
So you listen. There is no running water on the other side. You don't
Okay.
hear the normal noises associated with water making contact with these, and there's definitely no stress noises on the door either.
Can I
You
hear
don't
talking?
You can't hear any talking. No. If you give me a perception check though, with your ear against that,
Yeah.
would you like to do a roll, or are you going to wait?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Still feels a bit too soon.
18.
An 18.
22.
22. So you can both hear crackling from the other side.
Static crackling or
No,
like fire
like
crackling?
fire crackling. But it's not. It doesn't sound large. It's not like it's.
This guy's gonna be old. He's gonna be retired. He's just gonna be wanting to peace and quiet, and we've come in and gone, "You're a murderer."
So, one thing you should know about Deathstroke is he is the main villain of the Teen Titans.
Oh, so you're well familiar with him.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's not that old then.
You're making assumptions.
Oh, well, you know how old he is.
He's old.
He's old. I'm telling you, the retired dude that we're going to walk in on here.
Creepy
He's
old
having a
man.
wank in front of a fire.
What?
Got some old playboys.
He's seen Spooky Ghosts. it's Ectoplasm.
You're not even awake yet.
No, I know I'm not.
He's just being carried again.
I am. Yeah.
Making
I'm not awake.
assumptions.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Right.
Spooky Ghosts.
You've got more strength. Do you want to open this door?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. So you give it a twist, and it is fairly light to move. And as you clunk it to the final position, the door nudges open about an inch or so. But the bulk of this door is thick.
And now I roll
thick,
to
thick.
see if I wake up. Highs. I'm awake.
He's awake.
On a coat hanger.
So just as the door swings open, I wake up. What in the blue hell happened? I shout.
Stealthy. Is the door wide open?
No, the door's only cracked a few inches. So you hear a voice from the other side of the door. An old woman. You seem to have met with my defences. But since you're in, would you like a cup of tea?
The door cracks open. I'll push it open.
Yeah, the door cracks
I
open a few
appear
inches
in-
just from the weight of it.
Are you jumping down?
I
from
appear
Claire?
in my full form and look at these two.
I'd love one.
Why am I hanging from a drone?
'Cause you're unconscious and we didn't want to leave you up there.
I could have.
Get me down.
Jump down.
I'm on a hook.
I'll let Fleur put him down.
As the door opens.
Yeah.
I'd love one.
Yes, please.
So you, as you enter this place, it looks like It's not quite old people's home, but it's definitely comfort, but very stylized. Very high-class British. High red leather chairs, Chester sofas.
Something I'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candelabras are lighting the place. There's a big chandelier from the ceiling that is candles.
I instantly feel a bit calmer.
There's a roaring fire, although not large, but the chimney just goes up to a metal... it looks like it should be on top of an oven that's absorbing smoke.
An extractor fan.
Yeah. And it's not pushing it outside. It's kind of soaking in all the carbon from the fire, so
Yeah.
there is no outside chimney, so the position's not given away.
Has she got white hair?
She does have long white hair, and in the corner you can see that there are trophies on the wall of animals and masks and bits of costume and a different array of superhero pieces, but it's all clothing and wearables.
Being part of the Teen Titans, I'd know who she is.
You would
wouldn't I?
100% know who Deathstroke is.
Yep.
Your experience with Deathstroke is you wouldn't know the person underneath. You would know the costume, and you would know their voice and what they can do. You know exactly what they're capable of. Just for context, you are power level 10. She is a 14.
Was. She's old.
She is old.
Still beat the
She's
shit
his
out of
daughter, though.
Yes.
That's Rose, and I would know that from being
Yeah.
in the Teen Titans because she,
This is Ravenger,
yeah.
who inherited the mantle of Deathstroke. Carried on. Trained by Dick Grayson.
No, I'm making a beeline for the trophies.
She
I want to
is.
see what she's got.
The best of the best.
I'm going to go and have a look at her trinkets.
Okay, so you can see bits of cloth that don't really make sense to you. Just cuts of colour and materials of different kinds. Some of them are leather, some of them are more old school.
Do any resemble the materials of the Dead Justice League?
Give me an insight check. Investigation check, I should say. 15. So you look around darting for colours and logos and emblems and maybe even equipment. There are a few here that you would second look at, but none of them are what you would expect. Like Aquaman's
That's a true
armor is
match.
not here. Superman's cape is not here. The red might be deeper and wrong. There are bits of Batman's cape and grey costume that you recognise, but you know these two have a long-standing history.
Yeah.
So you might not associate... You definitely know this isn't a modern Batman costume. Just from the material is very light. It's probably when he first started out, there's no tech in the material at all. It is cloth, and that's about it. But they are displayed in a wooden cabinet with a glass front.
Yeah. But because they're not... I won't say anything else, I'm just casting my eyes over
Yeah.
them.
I want to check to see if there's anything in this room that resembles what we saw in that CCTV footage of Batman dying. Like the outfit.
Oh, I see.
Or
Blade.
So you
Blade.
don't even see the costume of Deathstroke in this room. There are no doors either. She's got a bunk where she clearly sleeps, and looks like one room. She starts putting water in a kettle and puts it next to the fire. She lives very rurally.
I'll go sit in a chair.
Why do you live down here?
This was my father's home. It's my home. He loved this place. This was the only hideout of ours to survive.
Do you not have any contact with anybody on the outside world?
I don't need any contact. The Teen Titans don't exist anymore. I don't take jobs anymore.
Do you know if there's anybody that's pretending to be Deathstroke?
And no one has his stuff, his suit, his equipment, his training, his skills. No one.
Where is his suit?
She looks a bit shifty. Not sure I feel comfortable telling you that piece of information.
Just, is it safe?
It's mine.
Oh. Okay.
Well, she's
And she,
questioning.
you hear the kind of
yeah.
ring of the kettle going off, the little whistle, and she pulls it off and it settles down and starts pouring cups into loose tea.
2 sugars, please.
And she looks over to the table and they're cubed, waiting.
Thank you very much.
You know that the 7 are dead.
I heard. The world's gone. There's no coming back. Without Superman to protect it, there's nothing left.
Does she look sad about this, or
She does, yeah. She was all for chaos as long as it paid, but if there's no one left paying, then there's no job to do. She is purposeless.
How old is she? Roughly, by looks.
She looks maybe late 60s. She's not old. She looks sort of Dick's age, maybe a bit younger than Dick.
When was the last time you worked?
I haven't worked for 20 years.
do you have any children?
No. I fell in love. They didn't love me.
What happened to them?
And she looks up at the ceiling. Dick, I know you're listening.
Oh.
I don't... Fried.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. And you hit the silence is tangible. There's no response from Oracle in your ear.
Rude. I don't know this. I can't hear fuck all.
I mean, I'll take me.
And she sits down in a chair and just picks up her cup and leans back. So how can I help you?
We're trying to find out who killed the 7.
We have CCTV of the last of the 7. Batman being killed. By the looks of everything that went on,
It looks like Deathstroke.
it looks like at least a copy of your father's work.
Or Ray Shagul, I say, from the cabinet.
You've never revealed yourself yet. You're just a
Floating flower.
apparition.
Oh shit, yeah, no, I'll go into full view. I'll do...
Yeah.
Oh, that I got to
She's back to you, so she only hears the voice.
Yes.
She doesn't turn around, though.
I'm sure she's got keen senses.
Yeah, she absolutely is. She's trained really well. She is the standard.
Because I wasn't trying to be quiet when I walked in
Yeah.
or anything like that, so...
No, you were fucking loud before you walked
Absolutely,
in.
she heard 3 voices.
Yeah, she has the training of Deathstroke himself. She's as good and as dangerous. Same MO, same weapons,
Yeah.
same style. Even wore the same suit.
Why do you think I'm literally not bothered about being shifty with her?
Yeah,
I'm sitting down having a cup
like
of tea.
if she blinks, you will drop before the tea hits the floor.
That's why I'm having a nice cup of tea instead.
My father's suit is still here. It hasn't left.
I don't ask for your proof.
Can we show you the footage? Can we show you who this is? And you may or may not have an idea, judging by their skills, who it might be.
She stands up. Be very interested to see that.
To see the man that took down the 7, or woman.
And she starts making her way over to you.
I'll get Fleur to just do a
Projected.
projection.
Get
Yeah.
Fleur to show it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she does. There are no dark walls. These are very kind of emerald green and blacks, and the lower half of them are wood, so the image won't be its best.
No, it's fine.
But it picks a wall and projects it onto it and plays the footage. Do you want to narrate over the top while the footage is happening? Do you want to point certain bits out? Do you want to, like, you remember the footage? So do you want to
Yeah, maybe
pause it
if
at
something's
certain
not
places?
fully clear, we'll make it clear.
Okay, so Fran, give me a D20. Highs is how clear the footage. 20 is perfectly clear. Under
17.
details that you make out. So pretty good then. Pretty damn
Take
good.
17.
A few frames are lost here and there, and the shape of the walls distorts certain bits. of the footage, but it is a well-rounded piece of film. It goes through the same motions, the fight, Batman's final batarang. She does notice that his gauntlets, the spikes on them, are missing on one side, broken, and finds that interesting. And it gets to the end of the footage, and the figure kneeling down next to him and then throwing the cape over. Clearly someone he knew.
That's what we thought.
I literally said that out of respect. He was covered.
And she like does a little hand motion to, like she's grabbing something out of the air, and the footage vanishes, and she walks over to where all her trinkets are, the superhero bits and pieces.
To where I am. Yeah.
And she like moves one ornament to the right, and it opens up. Inside is a well-lit, modern room, and as she walks in, it lights up. And it's not very deep. It's maybe twice the size of the room we're in. 30 feet by 15.
Yeah.
About that. And at the end of it is there's nothing on the floor whatsoever. It is just kind of empty. The walls have some equipment as you walk down, guns and ammo and standard military equipment. They look high-tech, but standard military equipment. Get to the end, there is a single desk with a single seat, and it's all glass. The cleanest thing you have ever seen. There is not a single fingerprint on it. In the corner is the Deathstroke suit, and in the corner opposite it are the two blades. Mm-hmm. And she does like an unpinch motion, taps on her computer, and a 3D version of it renders itself on the floor. It looks a bit off, though. A lot of it is guesswork, a program guessing from a flat image to make a 3D model.
Fleur already did a scan of it as a 3D image that we have.
Nightwing did a scan.
Can he not send that through to Fleur?
He can if you ask him.
Yeah, I want to do that. Ask him so we can send it through to Rose.
So you go over the comms, and you hear a big sigh. Fine. You get a notification in your screen that it's been sent. Dig's not happy about helping this particular person, and the image on the floor, the 3D model, kind of adjusts itself a bit and builds it up, and it is the piece where the cloaked figure was kneeled next to Batman, and then you see it kind of stand Batman up, and this man is towering, like huge. In his boots, he's probably about 6'5", ears included, like 6'8".
Yeah.
Like, it makes him look like a monster. And then it kind of unfolds the green figure to best guess the height of them, and it only comes up to Batman's chest.
So under 6 foot.
It'll be 5 foot something, wouldn't it?
And she starts walking around it. Clearly he should not have beat Bruce. And she walks around him, kind of inspecting the person. And Batman, it's like they're staring at each other, and Batman's like a good head above him. He's nimble, but nowhere near as strong as Bruce. Even in his waning years, the man was pushing his 90s, and he's nowhere near that big. Bruce had augmentations done, of course. He had his mission. It's pathetic. Mission. Romance. For Gotham.
Are you trying to say that's not Bruce Wayne?
No, that's definitely Bruce. Whoever that is knows Bruce. That's personal. And she rewinds it, and the program kind of best guesses for a 3D model of the person moving. in the green cloak, and she watches it. That's not my training. That's not my father's training. That's different. That's old. That's aggressive. And a single blade, no spare. That's...
And if you notice the pommel bit on the end as well.
She pauses. Definitely not my blade. And she looks over to it, and her blade, the same as her father's, it is a katana, but it's got, on the blunt end, it's got notches cut out about an inch long with an inch gap in between to make it lighter so it can move faster. This is not that blade.
Yeah.
And his blade is much more straight. This has a curve to it. And she kind of pinches out and it zooms in on the blade and she keeps going. And the computer kind of pulls the blade out and lays it out in front of you with its curve. Edging's the same, though. That thing's sharp. That thing's really sharp. I mean, it'd have to be to go through Bruce's gauntlets. I don't know who this is, but I assure you that's not my blade. And that man is far more aggressive than me or my father ever be. We're cold, calculated, every move on purpose. Look at him. He fights with anger. And she rewinds it and pushes it forward again, and you see it. You see him lunge. You see him move aggressively for Bruce. There's no defensive movements at all. He doesn't try and wait for Bruce to make a move and then dodge or parry. He just goes. I don't know who that man is, but if he can take down the bat, who the hell are you to stop him?
It wasn't just the bat. He took down Superman as well.
He took down Lex, took down Superman.
Can I clink my china and just be like, yes, I'm sure that's what the news told you.
We're not convinced that that's the case, and judging by the aggressive nature of the death of the other Justice League, it seemed personal with all of them.
Yeah, especially the Flash.
The Green Lantern was scared till he couldn't fight.
No one scares a Green Lantern.
I can assure you he was scared.
Petrified.
Then there is no hope left. Seems I'm exactly where I need to be, retired and close to death. Because that's exactly where we'll all be, without the Justice League. Something can scare a Green Lantern and defeat Superman, and you think it's one man, this child?
Yeah, we're not sure what it is that we're tracking. But someone has to, I suppose.
Do you have any information or anything you can give us to help us on our search?
No.
Our next stop is to find Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
Well, I can offer you some advice there. Don't.
Handy.
Like
You are
him.
fighting the immortal, the serpent's head. He is the best of the best. There is no... Even my father would never go against Ra's.
We're not asking to go against him. We're asking more information. So if he's got nothing to do with this, then there's no
And
need
you
to fight him.
expect Ra's al Ghul to hand it over to you.
He might speak to another immortal.
And you guys looked smarter than that. You found this, you got this far, you recognized good training and brought it to me because you thought it was me, and then you fail on some stupidity to go and question the serpent's head.
What else do you want us to do? What else do you expect us to
It's
do?
what must be done, I'm afraid.
We have to cover all bases.
You are without a Superman. You are without a Green Lantern. Wonder Woman is gone. The Trinity is ended and the Seven are dead. You three have no hope.
Well, you don't know me that well. So we'll see.
A lot of
You're hanging
negative
around with a
energy.
Titan, and I know Titans well.
Yes. Well, she was with me, and
Well.
that makes her more than a Titan. She's an outsider.
My assessment is that the outsiders are dead.
Do we look dead? Oh, that's a silly question. Do they
Yes.
look dead? I am dead, but yes.
You've got one who is dead, one that's dead inside, and one that's dead in the eyes.
Well,
Yes.
What are you?
You do look dead.
Have we got any biscuits?
Rich tea in the cupboard.
I'll go without.
If there's nice.
That's an inside joke.
If there's nothing more, madam, we shall take our leave.
You know where the door is.
Would you like me to turn the electricity back on when we leave?
And she turns around. No, I'm sure Dick will put it back on for me. Won't you, Dick?
I'm guessing we hear nothing.
Just,
He's still quiet.
Eat it.
put it in me blooming tea.
I'll put Fleur away as well. Put her back in my pocket.
Are we
And
leaving?
I'll start leaving, yeah.
Are you going to
Walk
leave?
away.
You're leaving?
I'll sip up the last of my tea.
I'm
Thank you
gonna
for the brew.
Thank you for your help.
I mean, you guys didn't even have the tea.
And she walks over kind of feebly to her chair and rests in it. And in front of the fireplace. Pleasure to see you again, Tawny.
You too. Leaving.
Madam, I'll do my ad and leave.
I'll go up to her in a hushed tone. This might not be the right time, but as like you, I am a collector, and I collect things from people I have met. May I have something of yours?
And she...
Specific to you, not anybody else.
I can respect that. Although I usually earn my trophies. And she pulls out a knife, cuts off her eye patch,
Ooh.
and hands it to you.
I'm afraid if it was to be earned, it would be a bit of a stalemate anyway. You may be better, but I cannot be killed.
Another man once said that to me.
I wish it not be true, but it is. And I tip my hat, and I walk off. I'm gonna run down!
Genuinely, while you were doing all that where she was opening stuff, I was looking
The
at
moment I said there is stuff on the wall, and he was like, ooh! And I was like, and the swords are hung up, he went, oh.
Are you going to start wearing all of these items?
I have a feeling she would cut me down where I stood if I went for the...
Abso-fucking-lutely.
If I tried to take Deathstroke's blade, I would be absolutely out of order.
Are you
Or
gonna,
the suit.
Are you going to start wearing all these things, like the eye patch?
The gayest pirate.
I've got them all. The Lois Lane's lanyard on, flower on,
God,
boomerang on the belt.
even a gay blind man would say, "Oh Christ, that's too loud."
Once we leave the sewers, I'd like to summon my special horse and place my trinkets in its saddlebag to be sent back to the manor.
So there's no challenge getting out these sewers. She does ask that you close the door behind you.
Can I use a hero point to have my own Alfred, maybe not called Alfred, but my own man who tends to my manor? Yeah.
Oh, this is like a long generation of them, because of course they're all...
I will say
Normal.
probably not to that level, but maybe a maid that would come in and tidy
Well, I
it.
want somebody who can receive the
He's-
horse when he arrives at the manor to drop the trinkets off.
He's got a consuela.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want somebody who's there who can place the trinkets in the trinket room.
Yeah, so they would be there
Because
to
I want a secret trinket room.
probably clean that room, keep it fresh, unlike
so
the
you-
rest of the manor which you've let go
It's a very secret room.
to worse to wear, but that room you take particular pride in and keeping it
Yeah.
cushy.
So somebody pops over there every now and again and sees.
What would you like to call them?
Consuela.
Oh.
We need more lemon pledge.
How much have you used, Consuelo? I keep ordering it.
Take it on.
No, I'm not going to have her be Mexican.
I didn't say
Consuelo, why are there charges to love honey on my credit card?
No, sir.
I know money's not an option, but still, you can't do this.
How do you pay them?
Huh? I know I have lots of
He's a
money. It's just
fortune.
I don't need the fucking stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the irony.
The
Yeah.
old British pounds he has.
I've got bearer bonds. The wazoo.
Gold. Literal
Literally solid
gold.
bars of gold.
That's how he pays it.
That's why
He doesn't know the actual blooming conversion, right? Like one bar of gold now is like
Let's
50
call
grand,
her
but
Janet.
Janet.
Yeah. Janet looks after my stuff.
Okay.
Janet.
He's writing it down as well.
Part of my collection.
She's in a glass case.
She's got a side room onto that room where she sleeps.
Yeah, absolutely. Servants' quarters.
Please,
Yeah.
like somebody, just like imagine his superhero show now, which is just like Fast Fingers and Janet. We need more lemon pledge.
Janet, we need fresh towels. Why are you washing, sir? You don't get dirty.
You also
Damn it, Janet, I like the way the water feels on my body.
No. She's got to be like the Black Butler of Lemon Servants. Go blimey!
Old English.
Are you
I love it.
pretending
It
to
makes
go?
me feel nostalgic.
She just hears a flush. She's like, "Are you pretending to go to the toilet
I
again,
found
sir?"
it from an acting school.
She walks out the front door with this American accent. I fucking hate this job.
God, it pays so well.
What was
I don't know
that?
why that American accent for Forrest Gump. I don't know how was I going to. I hate this job.
What was that, Janet? Nothing, sir. God blimey.
Oh, bro.
God blimey. I do not love this job, sir.
Very well. That's
That's what I thought I heard.
what you said, Janet.
Sir, I'm afraid the interest rates have gone up so much, I need a second gold bar. yes,
I'll make it so.
yes, solid gold.
She walks out the front. Her name's not even Janet. Brianna or something.
Karen.
Jenny.
It's just that image of just like your theme song, just Fast Fingers, Spriggot,
And Janet.
and Janet.
She's always there to look after me.
Supermaid.
Imagine like his episode though, he's just sat in a chair and then her just brushing up. You've spilled something, Janet.
Who was that at the door? 4 guys.
Jehovah's
Got a weird white
Witnesses.
car with a ghost on the side. I don't know. I sent them away, sir.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Come to pass you on.
Apparently. They could try, Janet. Let them try.
Sir with the broom.
With a mop as a priest throwing holy water on me.
I want your
She's wafting the curtains to make it look spooky.
I want your new AI to be Janet in his house.
For this episode, we
For
have
this
a Janet
episode.
instead of Deathstroke in her old form.
Hey,
You've got Janet.
Let's go, Janet.
Not my blade.
Oh, God,
Why has she got so many accents?
the woman's an actor.
She's an actor, that's
Oh,
why.
right.
Theatrically trained.
So we've got Janet looking after my
Got
trinkets.
Janet looking
Excuse
after the
me, hero
trinkets.
Cool. Brilliant.
What a waste
So
of a
I've
hero
shipped
point.
them back home. Cool. At some point, we will visit my home. And I will show
I
you
don't
my
want-
We'll
trinket.
meet Janet.
You will meet.
She only comes around
I
once a
don't know if I
year.
like people meeting Janet.
Why?
I don't know.
part
It
of
makes
the
me feel weird. I'm the only person who's allowed to speak to Janet.
We have to pretend like she doesn't exist.
Because she's not real. It's just him in a tutu.
It's a broom with a dress on.
And weirdly a bra.
Or it's your horse. It's your horse with it on and a wig.
No. Janet's real.
It's a broom with a volleyball on with a face on it and a wig.
And lipstick.
I'm sorry, Janet.
Come back, Janet.
Like a castaway going. Ghost away.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
Well, so we climb out the
We need to
sewers,
find
I send
out-
the horse off.
We need to find out what Ray Shagu.
We have got his look. Everybody, Ray Shagul.
Thank you.
My comm piece has exploded.
Is there spare on Queen?
There can be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Spare
got
on.
spare
We
of
return to the
everything.
Queen. I'll put a comm piece in. Dick, we need to know where Ray Shagul is. He's our next stop. And Dick, maybe you should talk to the woman. She's clearly hurt.
She's rather upset.
Clearly has some history with you.
Perhaps there's a fence to be mended there, Dick.
And he,
Even if you were enemies once.
I'll think about it.
I mean,
So
she's,
we might not have long left on this world, Dick. Maybe build those fences.
although I'm not sure how he's going to get down there.
No wheelchair access in that base.
He's in that thingy in a vault. All of a sudden you hear, Dick's here.
Didn't turn off the electricity.
It's just a frazzled Dick.
Toasted dick.
Yeah. Anyway, I just say to him, we might not have long left, Dick. So it might be worth. If there was something there, perhaps follow it. Take the advice of an old man.
So he's 500 years old.
I don't think he's talked to anybody about 300.
No, Janet.
We don't know about Janet.
Would you have not said you sending them back to
We
Janet?
don't talk about Janet.
Oh.
We don't talk about Janet. No.
You just see me put my stuff in the bag on the horse, and then it goes.
I'm glad you said horse at the end.
Yeah.
You see me put my bag in this horse.
In the horse. You see me put my trinkets in the saddlebags, and then they run off, and the saddlebags return empty.
So that was just a fucking DPD.
Diablo's okay. I don't really need him, but he's my only friend.
Diablo.
He's the only thing I've got left. And Janet.
Who's Janet? We don't talk about Janet. No.
Okay, so where are we going? What are we doing?
We asked Dick to send us the coordinates for Reshagul.
So you are probably boarding the ship at this point. It's swung in, and he comes over the ship's comms. You guys sure you want to do this?
I mean, Dick, I can go in.
Is there
I am
really-
immortal.
Is there really an option?
Yeah. Do you have anything to help us?
I mean, you were listening in. Clearly somebody he knew.
And he's clearly stronger than Deathstroke.
A personal.
Raish is immortal, master tactician. He's seen everything.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean to say he can
He might
hire
also
somebody.
have seen the person that we're looking for,
Yeah.
if it's not him.
Sending you coordinates. I guess you're going to Africa.
Well, that's longer than 3 hours, isn't it?
We might need to refuel this plane.
Last time I was there, it was owned by the British.
Is there, is there plot amount of petrol in this thing?
Yeah, it's
Was it
actually
not?
it's a infinite energy source.
Plot amount.
What's wrong,
hell.
Jim?
You were editing this.
So he sends Queen coordinates, who shows up on a very flat screen that there is where it is. So you're going to a desert in the eastern north of Africa. There is nothing there though, but that's where Dick is
It's a
sending
more
him.
Egypt way.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
The Nile sort of area.
Yeah, so that's where Dick is sending you.
I'm putting it on autopilot.
I'm going to the toilet.
I'm gonna have some food.
You've got a long flight.
Yeah.
I'd like to do some investigations.
15, 16 hours you're going to be on this. So we've got 15, 16 hours to do what you want. You can get a good
sleep.
Get a
as
long
well.
sleep in.
Yeah.
But obviously sleep is like the rest of this fucking game, a plot amount of sleep. So what do we want to do on this 16 hours, if anything?
We're all
Eat,
sitting
sleep.
down. I
Yeah.
guess we're all sitting down at the table.
Yeah.
Is there a spare utility belt for Bumbleboy?
there would be
Yeah,
with
so
his
there are
outfit.
2 spare uniforms on here, one for Rumble, one for Bumble.
We need to investigate this. We have more information been given quite clearly. We've been given a height of this person. We're slowly beginning to piece together who it could be.
Green.
Well, we're well aware that every single one of these deaths seems to be personal. So whoever's killed the Justice League was very familiar with all the members of the Justice League. Was there an ex-member of the Justice League?
No.
No.
But we're looking at it that this may be all one person doing the
I
killing.
don't think it is.
I think it's more than one person doing the killing, but one person that's organised it. So
Well,
one
maybe.
person.
I did
that's-
say, is there like a
yeah.
collection of people who would be?
Because if it was all done by the person that killed Batman, they would all have been killed a similar way. They've all not been killed the same
Yeah, they
way.
were all attacked with a blade.
Not all of them.
Yes,
were
they were. Yes,
The blade is signature. Every single one of them had the
they
blade.
all showed signs of blades.
Mm.
Wonder Woman bested the blade and was then strangled.
The only
Aquaman's
one-
armor was chipped with a blade,
Yeah.
but
And
not beaten.
The Flash
because
had his
you
feet
can't.
cut off.
Yes, and Hal was scared to death, but then one puncture straight through his chest.
Yeah. I have a feeling it might be more than one person.
Could be. We have to keep it open as an option.
A sentient blade.
Can I start doing what I always would do?
What?
Building
Let's
investigation.
not rule it
boards.
out, but
In front of you, in the main part, is a screen, and it's an old school kind of touch screen. It's not very advanced, but it is intuitive. You can use that. And it will accept dropping of files. You can pin videos and group them up and make pretty much red string digitally. Very literally, you can use different colours, lines to link things, and
That's what I'm
Dick can
slowly
sense
gonna
like
do.
a focus board.
So what I'm going to slowly do, I'll start to build case files on each of the Justice League, the information that we have from each one.
did Dick send over all of the stuff onto this?
Yeah, he
Thing.
can do. You have
Oh, yeah.
access to that. You can do. Yeah.
So if he sends that over, then you've got someone.
This
to
is This is Rumblebee's ship. He would have. He is thorough enough to
take it out.
and very well trained to the fact that he would be probably one step ahead of you here, knowing that they were linked.
Do we have a height for Raz?
For Raish, Raish is about 6 foot full stood.
So he's not the 5'4" midget, basically. that we saw.
It was gone quite that short. It's short than 6 foot, definitely. This man in the green, but tall enough to be a man.
Doesn't have to be a man though.
Could be a really butch woman.
Yeah,
And Deathstroke hinted at male and was rather prominent when saying it.
That's true, but she also couldn't pinpoint who it was. So she could just be going off.
with your knowledge of the female superheroes that you've seen, Tawny, you know even at your best you could never bet a Batman. And looking at Nightwing and the way she operates, you know she hasn't got it in her either. Even if she had all the willpower in the world,
It would be a man.
there was no chance of her standing up to the giant that is Batman.
Could be them.
Especially when him and his suit are augmented to amplify his strength
Yes.
and make him compensate for his age.
Dick, have there been any councils or groups that you know of that could potentially band together?
Every major villain is retired. Those that aren't, their children or fakes have stepped in, but there hasn't been a society in a decade.
Everyone would have gone to prison, right?
We won.
So all their heights would be on file.
I like where you're going with this. And he starts typing away. What height am I looking for? Give me a range.
I'd
About
say,
5'10"?
yeah.
You'd be
I'd
looking
say
between
between-
6 foot and 5
No,
foot.
definitely
9,
under 6
but
foot.
6
So
foot down.
Am I
5'8".
go 5'11" down.
including police files or
Yes,
Yes.
all files,
Okay, and he starts.
including superheroes.
Anything connected as well. Somebody who might be connected with Batman themselves.
And he starts typing away, and he's like, "This will take a few minutes."
We've got hours.
And he leaves you alone for a few minutes. Do you want to carry on with your
Yeah.
board?
Investigation will carry on.
I'm making food.
I'll mill around on
Yeah.
Training
What
and
are you doing?
skills.
This place has like protein and energy bars and calorie bars
I'll let you guys do that. You know what I'm doing. I'm going to be training and skills. Knowledge about all people that had training and skills of the martial arts. This is classic we're looking for as well.
Old fighting styles.
Old fighting style.
And he
Put it into the search as well.
and you hear him type away, and then he starts whirling, doing its thing.
Mix that with blades, or knowledge of blades. Curved blades.
And he starts typing, and then he stops. Huh.
Who is it?
Me. I'm 5'10". I've been trained in a scrimmer. I know all classic martial arts. Batman trained me. I trained with Raish. I have a knowledge of blades. And you hear the kind of confusion in his voice. It's like,
Somebody who had access to the clock tower.
I really don't think it's Dick.
No, but a previous Nightwing.
He was the first Nightwing.
He is the first and only.
And the
The
second
only.
one is now Stephanie Brown, who is not really Nightwing.
Hey, let's not
I
get
thought
ahead of ourselves.
Batman's son was a Nightwing at one point.
No.
Oh, he was Robin at one point.
Well,
Yeah.
not really. I mean, not in the comic books.
Yeah. Tim grew up. He was Red Robin for a while until old age and death. Damien, he never really amounted to much. He kind of expected to have the Batman mantle, but Batman never died and never failed. Jason, you've met.
But what about another Batman?
A few people have been Batman. Give me an insight check. Sheeny, you can roll with advantage. You too, Jim, because you're a Gothamite. You can roll with advantage.
Would I know?
No, because you're not. You know Batman, but you wouldn't really be well versed
18.
in Batman history.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Do know it now.
24.
24. Okay. This will be news to you because you're a fan of Bruce. There has been another Batman. His name was Azrael. And he was Batman for about a year when Bruce got his back broken. It's not very well known, but those that follow Batman notice the change in size in him. He is a much bigger man than Bruce. But a lot more violent.
But as soon as we know he's bigger, he would be struck.
Yeah, but
off
you're
anyway.
talking Bruce in his 30s.
Yeah, he's struck off anyway.
Which
the minute
means
that name comes up,
he
we're just
would
like,
be 6'2", built like a brick shithouse.
nah. Yeah.
But he got violent. He started doing things the way that Jim would do things if he was Batman.
Yeah, yeah.
He started snapping necks, and his signature was to break people's backs.
Very Bane.
And he was not nice.
Right.
The only reason it's known that it was someone else is because Bruce came back as Batman to take his mantle back because Azrael would not hand it over.
So he had to defeat himself, essentially.
Yeah. In City, there were 2 Batmen. There is another one called Wrath, who is more of a Batman for criminals. So where Batman helps people, he helps criminals commit a crime without taking reward for
a dark
himself.
Batman.
Yeah. But he only operated for a couple of years and then vanished.
So none of these are of
And you've
any
met
significance.
Barbara, definitely too old, definitely too retired, and has an actual job. She took the job of a father.
And we met Red Hood.
And you met the
He's
Red
just-
Hood, Jason. He's an absolute lunatic.
Yeah, no.
But you've seen his MO, you've seen what his weapons are, you've seen he doesn't have the training to do it. He was very angry. You point him at things and he fights with anger, not with skill.
Yeah.
And you're looking for someone that does both.
Just as he says what he says. I will open a file and put his name next to it. And I will comms off. Because I would guess you two are still on comms.
Yes.
I'll look at you both and just tell you to...
Okay.
I'm going to look at you weird, but turn it off.
I turn my comm off.
Motive. Nightwing.
There is no motive.
He's also disabled.
That we know of.
And Bruce's son. And probably his favourite.
Why would he kill the 7?
I don't know. This is why I'm asking.
This is it. We have no motive.
But can you take it off the table?
Yeah.
I mean, you took me off the table because I had no motive.
Can I just, like, in the corner, just have, like, small, like,
Are you
shrug
just
down?
going to push it to the side behind you?
The tiniest
Yes,
little
I
icon.
took you off the table.
I don't think he understands. He's not off the table. You're really not off the table.
Very well.
No one is off the table. Somebody controlled him. Potentially.
What, and gave his ability to walk back?
I mean, there are men in the sky that fly, giving people the ability to walk.
He also, in that video, he knelt down next to him to...
So, technically, if Dick wanted to walk, he could.
Yeah.
He doesn't have use of his legs. He is disabled. Disabled! But Batman got his back broke and can still walk.
There are suits and technology that would enable him
Batman also was augmented.
We also know...
So his body could keep up with what he wanted to do.
As
We also know that whoever had the stuff got into the clock tower.
I just don't want to believe that he could do this.
I can ask him.
I can't wrap my head around.
you like to
thinking that
question
he
him?
would.
We can't get a motive,
We can question him.
but we have the means.
Yeah, but if we question him, we might then lose him.
That's why I'm keeping
If
it
he's
between
innocent.
us.
Yeah, but can he
I-
not hear
I-
through
I
Queen?
don't-
You can silence Queen.
Turn the
Okay.
clock.
I
It is-
don't.
Yeah,
like
but
I said
that's your
in
comm, not Queen.
Episode 1, no signal gets out of this ship. Rumblebee did
I don't
not want
believe
out
it's
of
him.
this ship.
I don't believe it's
I
him.
don't think so either.
I would be very surprised.
But can
Not
you be
much
sure?
surprises me these days.
But can you be sure?
Well, no. I just don't want to believe it. Maybe we'll find out more in Africa. Can we put a pin in it for now?
Let's hold that grenade
Yeah.
just a little longer.
We'll put a pin in it for now.
Just don't go running in and all hasty.
Let's go
It's
see
just-
what Raish has
Yeah.
to say for
I'm pretty
himself.
certain the person that's been doing the investigating is here, right in front of you, and has come to most conclusions.
What do you think he's just been looking at his work going, yeah.
I don't have a means or a motive, or I don't have a motive yet.
Don't have
But I have-
means yet.
Other than
You
the
haven't
fact
seen a
he
means.
he's not even top.
Dick could take down some of the Justice
No,
League.
I mean we've had no
Um,
evidence indicate that man can get out of his chair.
No, you haven't. No, absolutely right.
But we haven't had any evidence to say he can't, either.
Yeah, but
Also
no, no, no.
Apart from the fact that he's in it. And you saw the city that he lost. And you could have asked Deathstroke about that, because that was her city, her home too.
Yeah, but
I-
we choose to believe Dick.
Because he's a hero.
I didn't choose to believe anybody.
I have.
That's because you were part of them.
I'm impartial. I will wait to see.
I mean, the loss of his city could turn
Yeah,
a
but
man.
there's no reason to kill the other members.
Didn't come and help.
It's not a good enough reason to kill. To put in that much effort to kill the 7 members of the Justice League. It's not. No.
All I'm saying is, the net is beginning to close.
Perhaps we need to worry about the immortal angry man that we are about to visit.
Yeah. The
Definitely.
nearly 700-year-old
Yes, he's,
Very
he's a little bit
territorial
older than me, even.
angry
and
man.
Maybe I go in on this one.
Yeah, but that's what you did last time, and then we had to go find you.
Yeah, but he's not known to lay traps, is he? This man will just face.
He has a whole
People
pit
head on,
that he's
no?
going to protect.
So, you...
If I call him out, he will come.
only if he deems you worthy his time.
We'll see.
Otherwise, you face the League.
Of
Assassins.
very well, if I must. But I believe it's best that I go in. I can't die, so maybe send me first.
Yeah?
I'm not opposed to sending the canary into the mine.
Very well.
One thing. Keep your comms on. If you
I
go
didn't
dark-
turn them off on purpose anyway.
If you go dark,
We'll come
coming
after
in.
you.
I'm not going to go full invisible this time. I'm going to face this one head on.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty certain he would see you, even if you did.
He's magical. I'd say no, but
I
you
mean,
might
ninja
you
training.
might question that when he said it, just because of Raish's reputation.
Well, so you've got a flower.
It would make you guess yourself.
Yeah, no,
He
I
wouldn't be
know
able
how
to.
powerful this man is, and
Yeah.
even I would go.
He's a,
There's a chance.
master of magic.
Yeah.
And none of it good. Every piece he knows is to either save his skin or make himself last longer.
Yeah. Well,
Man just needs Viagra.
to Africa then.
Yep.
To Africa.
Join us next time, where our dynamic trio will face off against the Serpent's Head, Ra's al Ghul. If you've got any questions or queries, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or go to our Discord at How Not to Summon a Podcast, or go to our link tree where you can find all our links, which is usually posted somewhere below, and go to our shiny YouTube and go fucking subscribe, because that's going to be where we're making some big changes eventually. I've been your DM, Mr. Grayson. I almost said Mr. Shuni Senpai then. I don't know why. I'm used to hearing it.
It's become the thing he hates.
I've been
You live long enough to die a hero.
Or see yourself turn into one.
Do it again.
I've been Humphrey, Fast Fingers, Spriggot.
I've been Mirror Noir.
And I've been Tawny.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Sarah.
Can't wait to get a trinket from Ra's al Ghul.